Hi everyone, I'm Nathan Ninja Monkey, and I'm just checking to see that everything is running and everything is working and all that kind of thing. But as you've seen from the title of this live stream, it's going to be a little bit of a different stream. Firstly, because I wanted to highlight and bring attention and remember a friend who sadly passed away last week. So I appreciate that you're all here to support me. Down here, there's a QR code where you can actually go and support Drew's family at any point. So I've actually turned off monetization for the stream, so we shouldn't be able to super chat. You shouldn't be able to do anything like that. um I just felt that it wasn't right, and also I really want to highlight Drew's family, Drew's wife, so that if you did want to support that way, it's up to you. It's quite easy. So I'm just going to wait a little bit as people sort of drop by, and just let me know what the sound is like. Let me know if the levels are okay. Let me know if the microphone levels and if the music levels are okay. Because I've been dreading this stream. I'm not gonna lie. Just gonna put the music a little bit up. Yeah, I've been dreading. I'm gonna take off my headphones a little bit, because I don't need it. But you should all be able to hear me. You should all be able to see me, hopefully, and you should all be able to hear the music in the background. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer. I don't know why you've sent 5. Thank you so much, Jim, for the 5 Ninja Monk gift memberships. I did turn off monetization, but I appreciate that. I don't know why, but I do appreciate it. I I don't know, but thanks anyway. So basically, I just wanted to talk a little bit about my friend Drew, and I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a little bit of a difficult stream for me. I've already had a little bit of a cry today because I found a vlog that I filmed with him, and I'm already getting teary. I found a vlog that I filmed with him that I never posted. I forgot. I forgot about the vlog. I was looking for some footage to show what kind of a guy he was, because I wanted to highlight the kind of person that he was. And I came across this footage from, I think it must have been April last year, not this year, last year. And 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 I've just quickly, put it together, very, very rough edit. I'm gonna share it with you today. But obviously, as I found those the video, putting it together was really, really difficult. So I actually started editing it, and I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna leave it raw. You're gonna see all the mistakes we make when we film, all the silly things that we say, um, and most importantly, you're gonna see the way that Drew was with me, because it's very clear in the way that he interacts with me, how the kind of person that he was. And so it's good that I'm gonna leave it like blank. So yeah, I'm just gonna see who's here. I'm just gonna wait for a few more people to come through, and I'm going to talk a little bit about Drew. And I'm gonna this live stream is very different. Apart from it being very different, I have a lot of footage that I've never shown before. A lot of footage that is there from the past, from past streams that I've done with Drew, and streams that I've appeared with Drew. But I've gone back into my backlog, and I found some footage that has never been shown before. So it's going to be very, very special, I think, to do it on this stream. So, thank you so much, Japan Ichiban, for being here and supporting me. Go under down under. Hey, hey Jim Ross, thanks so much for the members by the way. Hey David, how you doing? By the way, if anybody has come here from Drew's channel, then just let me know. I'd like to know who you guys are, and if you're watching this a little bit later and you watching it in the replay, then just give me some kind of like really nice memory of Drew. Made it in time. Hey Laurie, how you doing? By the way, Logan is here. Man with no life, how you doing? And Red Value, hey, how you doing? You're back in Europe, unfortunately. Hi from Toronto. Hey Dean, how you doing? From Toronto, awesome. Hope you're well. Deep condolences for the loss of your friend. Thank you, Joan. Thank you. Thanks so much. Ooh, where were we? Just roaming and here. Also, Mina, hey. I'm quite sad about this too, especially because Drew was improving many aspects of his life, even though the cancer diagnosis such a cruel way to go. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about all that also. Hi Nathan, so sorry to hear about Drew's passing. Yeah, it's been a weird week. I think that those of you who have been following my channel have probably noticed that in the last year and a half, I became closer with Drew. I mean, I've known Drew now, I think for 7 years or for 8 years, 7 years. We met 7 years ago, but we've known each other for longer online. And yeah, I think, yeah, I've lost my, I'm so preoccupied. But this week has been a little bit weird because I haven't wanted to stream. Although I know that Drew would have said, "Hey Nathan, what you're doing? Stream for goodness sake." Like keep it real and all that. But I haven't wanted to stream. I just haven't been in the mood. Every single time that I've thought, should I stream? Um, Anything like YouTube related would just like remind me of Drew, and so I feel that I needed to do this stream, in his memory, and also, to continue with the legacy that was Drew. Extra hugs. Thank you so much. Apparently may not be turned off. I will donate to his family again. Thank you so much. Only met him once with you, and he was a nice guy. Oh yeah, you met him. It's true. Hey Spider Fresh, how you doing? Caroline, how you doing? Condolences, lad, and rest in peace. Yeah, much given, much received. You know what, Angle, Douglas, you would have got along with this guy, and you're gonna see a clip now, and you're gonna see exactly why. I've got a few clips which actually I've been watching it and it's been a really weird one. I've been smiling, I've been laughing, and I've had tears in my eyes. It's been one of those ones. Hey Lynn, how you doing? Mike T, hey. I found Tokyo for you and used to watch him all the time. Oh, thank you, Minna. Sending love. Cousin Vinny, hey, hi everyone. I was one of Drew's mods. Thanks for the stream. Hey, Cousin Vinny, thank you so much for being one of Drew's mods. As you can see, I'm finding this quite difficult. I'm trying to keep it real, and I haven't even got to the footage yet. So I'm just want to say hello to everyone. Hey Vicente, how are you doing? If I miss anyone, I'm so sorry. Believe in yourself. Make pocket rockets great again. Jeff Dale, hey, how you do from Paris? Oh wow, nice. Thank you, Vicente. Spider Fresh, thank you, Ninja Monkey, for this. I found you for Drew. I was just rewatching his last stream. Whew, yes. Yes. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I don't think there's anybody else here, but thank you, Christine. Thank you so much. I was thinking, should I do this? Should I not do the? I knew I had to do something. And to be honest, one of my mods, and actually one of Tokyo of Drew's like community is Jen, Star Jen, and a few weeks ago, before Drew's passing, I was actually putting together a video when I heard that he was quite sick, and I had an inkling that he was quite sick when I met him last. To be honest, I started to put something together, and I couldn't go through with it whilst he was with us, if that makes any sense. And event, when he passed, I just couldn't do it. So today is the day that I've actually sat at my computer for a few hours and looked through, well, watched tons of his streams, and looked through my backlog. So he lived his life how he wanted, yeah. Found me through Drew. Well, thank you so much on your first visit back after Japan reopening. Oh, wow, Laurie. Wow. A good cry laugh is the best way to show respect. You've got no idea, man. I've been watching and I've been like laughing and really teary, Yeah. Thank you, man. With no life, yeah. Anyway, so I wanted to start off with, and I'm gonna have to actually put my earpod back in. Hopefully it will work. But I wanted to start off with oh, it keeps on connected to this one. I don't want it to connect to this one. Let me just sort this out. So I wanted to start off with my story of how I met Drew, and being a YouTuber and being at the time not a streamer, but a YouTuber, both of us. Well, I have it documented. So I wanted to start off letting you know a little bit of the past background of how I met Drew, how I encountered Drew, what my first impressions of Drew were, and then I'm going to show you the video clip of me meeting Drew on that very first day. Um, and have I got the sound or not? Let me make sure that everything is working. So let's see. So yeah, anyway, so I met Drew, I think, I want to say online. We were following each other online about 8 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago. And at the very beginning, we were both, I think, maybe he had more subscribers than me. I remember this. But we were very close. We were always like a few hundred, 200 or 300 away from each other, always, sort of like following each other. But he had more subscribers than me. I definitely remember that. And I think that maybe at the time we were both trying to get 1,000 subscribers. I remember that we wanted to get 1,000, or maybe was it 2,000? But it was around that time. It was that we didn't have a huge following, and finally, after much back and forth, talking online through whatever it was, Instagram or I can't even remember what it was, I finally met him in Shinjuku, and um, he said, "I'm gonna take you to a hub, surprise, surprise." And he said, "But first, I'm gonna take you to the St. James pub in Shinjuku." So we went to Shinjuku and we had a pint in the St. James. And then after St. James, we hung out and we walked to one or some hub. I don't even remember what hub it was. Maybe if you can figure out what hub it was from the footage, I would really appreciate it, because it would be pretty cool if I was able to um to go back to that first hub that I went to with Drew. So yeah, let me just put that clip on. Hopefully it will work. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Sorry. I'm trying to figure this out. Sorry, guys. I've just realized that I didn't have a microphone on the on this one. I'm just gonna fix it now. Okay, you should be able to hear me now. Can you hear me now? I think you can hear me now. And for some reason, this was working before when I was testing everything out. But obviously now it doesn't want to work. Of course not. Why would it want to work now, right? Why doesn't it want to work, guys? I had this all working a minute like before. Let me just put it here. You won't be able to hear me or see me, but you'll be able to hopefully see the video. Let's see. Okay. All right. This was our very first meeting. Sorry.
Hey guys, Tokyo Drew, the Tokyo Drew, keeping it real always, living in Tokyo. And I had to drag his ass out to have some beers.
But we are heading to the hub, which Drew is famous for, I guess.
I guess you would say I'm famous, yeah.
So we're gonna head to the hub, but in the meantime, we're just gonna walk around Shinjuku a little bit. I'm not sure how I feel about Shinjuku, to be honest. He used to have a white cap back there in the day. Which hub was that one? I said to Drew, small beer, please. This was Drew, like typical Drew, like I said to him, I've got things to do. I can't drink too much. I'd already had 2 pints, I think, in the St. James. And yeah, so this is what Drew gave me. But in Drew style.
But that is small!
Oh. Signing off, saying goodbye to Drew.
Hey.
It's been really cool meeting him. And if you don't know who he is, then check out his channel, sub, and all that. You know what I mean, like, etc. And don't forget to comment and let me know what you think. See you soon. Surprise. Okay, so that was our little first meetup. I know maybe it's not something that you guys will appreciate, but I wanted to show our first very meetup like quite a few years ago. You see, I look a little bit different. Drew's teeth were terrible back then. He finally got them fixed, and it was just typical meetup with Drew. This is why I said that I think that that Dangle would get along with him. He lived his life how he wanted. Gone too soon. Yeah, I found you through Drew. Oh yeah, I've just read that right now. Found Drew through your content together. I often missed his streams, but would put them on whilst working the next day. Drew's manners behind the camera is something for all live streamers to aspire to. Agree. Absolutely agree, dude. I believe Drew is continuing his adventure elsewhere in this great universe. Yeah. The St. James is right in the thick of it. Beside the Prince Hotel is closest to St. James. I think we got the train somewhere. This is the thing. We got the train somewhere. It's a technical feature indeed. Looks like you caught a train to the hub. Yeah, we did. We got the train somewhere, but just can't remember where. Should be the hub besides Prince Hotel and Odaku Station. Maybe. Okay. Typical Drew. Absolutely typical Drew. Absolutely. That was my first meeting of Drew. And I've got to say that the when I first met Drew, the very first, 10, 15 minutes, the first thing that surprised me was how tall he was and how, built he was. And he had all his tattoos, and I thought to myself, oh my goodness, like, are we gonna be able to, like, do we have anything in common apart from YouTube? That was my initial sort of like thought. Do we have anything in common apart from YouTube? But very, 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 very soon into having that pint with him, I just realized that he is a people person. He just has a way of making you feel like you've been his friend for a long time when you speak to him. If for those of you who've met him, do you agree with me? Thanks, Dying Gold. Thank you. Hey, Tommy Tran. You walked to the hub, right? Train footage is B-roll. No, we got the train. I don't remember. I tracked him down during one of his live streams and then had coffee a few days later, last October. Oh, that's lovely. I need a still of the hub. Okay, we'll do that later. Okay, so Brian, unfortunately, Drew passed away last Saturday from his battle with lung cancer, stage 4. That basically, things complicated and it spread, and ultimately he lost his life. But he fought really hard, really hard. So that was my first meeting with Drew, and I wanted to show you. I wanted to also say that Drew was a silly guy in the best possible way. He had this way of, he had these expressions. He would wink and he would like pull these faces. I don't know if this makes any sense to you guys, but he used to pull these faces, and he used to, whenever I said something, his surprise face was the best one. I think he was, when he pulled that surprise sort of face. He was funny. So I only saw this today when I was looking through one of his streams, and I had to put it in and show you guys because it's hilarious. He was always poking fun at me. Also, that's the other thing. He used to call me Monkey Man, and he used to poke fun at me in the most friendly of ways, to be honest. So I got this little clip of a few of his facial expressions that he had, and this one that I saw later, I didn't even know this was like on the internet until today, really. Check it out. Where is it? I'll put it to the front. So we start off with a very, very silly like surprise face of Drew. I put there the QR code just in case, and let me just press play because check it out.
Tokyo.
Oh, wait a minute, let me just make sure that the sound is gonna work on this one. All right.
Tokyo Drew, and I'm just.
Doink, doink. There's the ninja monkey right there, guys. Right there. Doink.
Hey everyone, I'm here with Tokyo Drew, and I'm just.
Doink, doink. There's the ninja monkey right there, guys. Right there. Doink.
Doink, doink, doink. I just saw that today. I found it so funny. He really could connect with people. Totally. I remember him coming on your stream and having the most comical facial expressions. He literally had the most incredible facial expressions. I mean, those are just some of the little ones that I got today whilst I was looking at some of the footage. So I wanted to show you actually this lost vlog that I uncovered. So this was from April last year, and yeah, basically it was April last year, I think it was. He had just, it was at his beginning of his cancer diagnosis. Really, he found out in January, so it was like 4 or 5 months into his you know, like the whole ordeal. And we met up, and he said to me, "You're doing so well on YouTube, Nathan. I'm so proud of you." I remember this. I remember, seriously, I honestly remember this. He said, "Man, I'm so proud of you, like of where you're getting, what you're doing." And he said, I wish I could do it more like you, you know." And I said, "Well, I wish I could stream more like you." Like, it was like that kind of thing, no? And he's like, "Yeah, but like the way that you edit, the way that you vlog things and put things together." And I was like, "Yeah, but the way that you talk to the camera on stream, and the way that you connect to people on stream." So he said, I wanna learn how I wanna improve my vlogging, you know." So I said, "Well, I want to do a little vlog now, a very quick vlog, and let's see what the process is." So I just filmed this very, 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 very quickly with him, and forgot about it. And I completely forgot about it. And in there, in the middle of the footage, is also some for a language video that I was working on with Alyssa, with Oriental Pearl. I wanted to feature Drew, and he did feature in another way, but in a different thing. But I completely forgot about this. So I want to share this with you because I think this one's very, very special, guys. Like, super special. This is like Drew being Drew, totally. You know, let's see. How do I do this?
Hey everyone, welcome to, okay. Hey everyone, I'm here with Tokyo Drew, and I've just pumped myself.
Take 3.
Take 3 is okay. Hi everyone, welcome to Ueno with Tokyo Drew, and basically we are where?
Amiokocho.
Amiokocho, and we're gonna do what?
Go belt shopping.
Belt shopping.
Okay, so thanks for the super chat. I turned off monetization, but I appreciate it. I'll thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I want to give you a little bit of a context here. The context being that he had lost a little bit of weight, and he was really happy that he had lost a little bit of weight. So he needed a belt. So we went belt shopping.
Hey everyone, welcome to, okay. Hey everyone, I'm here with Tokyo Drew, and I've just pumped myself.
Take 3.
Take 3 is okay. Hi everyone, welcome to Ueno with Tokyo Drew, and basically we are where?
Amiokocho.
Amiokocho, and we're gonna do what?
Go belt shopping.
Belt shopping. This is one of my favorite areas in the whole of Tokyo, to be honest. There's so much to see, so much to do. You've got the beautiful garden, the train station that has access to pretty much anywhere in Tokyo.
Check out that facial expression, guys.
Hey everyone,
Hey,
welcome.
Check it out. Check out, where is it? Sorry. It's not supposed to stop. It's supposed to...
Let's see what there is to see, and let's see where the belt shop is.
Okay.
For anyone that's staying in this area, I would say that Okachimachi, which is wait a minute, this isn't improper. Okay. Anyone staying in this area or visiting this area, it's really easy to access this general street from Okachimachi station also. It's literally the same area. Literally,
it is.
It's like Ueno North and Ueno South. What do you think?
But Okachimachi is less busy.
That is true, that is true. So if you wanted to, if you're coming from Akihabara specifically, just one stop, or just walk here. Just
No,
walk here.
absolutely, and you know you have access to the Yamanote line and Keihin Tohoku line. Why go to Ueno Station and be busy when you can go right there?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, just use whatever line you need to get here. I was gonna say is that when I see these sort of like berry candied things in a place like Ameyokocho, it really makes me worry because I don't want this to become freaking Harajuku, you know. And when you start getting little pop-up shop stores like this, I start worrying that it's gonna ruin the essence of the street.
So kind of a fun fact about this place though is many years ago, this used to be a kebab shop. Then it shut down for a long time. Then it became an insect shop for about a year. And now it's a berry shop.
Yeah.
What's next?
A belt shop. But yeah, as I was saying, I think things have to progress in Tokyo, I understand. But this general area, it has a very unique feel to it.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
absolutely.
And I don't like that. I really do not like that. That is completely out of place.
It kind of is.
Completely,
Like,
yeah.
this is a tourist area, it is a local area. But to have some of these like catching tourists shops, yeah.
Yeah.
no.
Let me show you what sort of stores there are around, just so you could see how out of place it is.
What a rough edit this is, guys. I apologize.
yen.
1,500 yen?
What do you think of white strawberries, dude?
I don't know. I've never actually had one in my life.
Oh, really? Wow.
No,
I just don't think they're worth the price. Seriously?
What the hell are they doing? Where are they going?
If you are ever looking for cheap stuff, a lot of this stuff is souvenir stuff. But belts, can't go wrong for 500 yen.
What other things do you think people should come here to buy?
In a store like this,
Or like in this area generally?
in this area, I don't trust these areas to be honest. Like because it's catered to tourism, right?
Yeah.
But if you're gonna look
So
for like
souvenirs, maybe, you know?
maybe some souvenirs, might be
T-shirts.
okay.
I've seen loads of t-shirts.
T-shirts, hats, belts,
Yeah.
and some of the street food
Shoes.
is pretty good.
And also I see lots of like wallets, hats, wallets, that sort of thing.
Even something like this for 500 yen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chopsticks, good for a souvenir to take back home. Nobody's gonna know the difference.
I remember that day.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Go.
So another word, I just thought about this. Another word that you could use in Japanese would be aso. They don't think. Wait, okay, hold on. Another.
By the way, the whole let me just pause this. The whole like blah, 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 we used to do it. I used to do it also, and he used to do it also. So whenever like we made a mistake, like filming, I would go blah, 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 and he would do the same thing. It was kind of funny.
Hey everyone,
welcome. We were around here, right?
Nobody's gonna know the difference. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Hey guys.
So
Can
another
you
word,
could
I just thought about this. Another word that you could use in Japanese would be aso. They don't think. Wait, okay, hold on. Another. Let me get my mask off, dude. So another word that you could actually use in Japanese when people think that you actually know the language would be aso or aso desu ne. They think you know what you're talking about, but all you're doing is really agreeing with whatever they're saying in Japanese.
I really, really like. My favorite part about this area is not just the street itself, but the fact that there's train tracks. This is the Yamanote line, I believe, that's going above us right now, probably. Um, and it just adds this whole atmosphere. I mean, many.
Are you vlogging here?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, many areas
Look
in
at that
Tokyo
face.
do have like the train line going above the stores, etc. But this is one of my favorite ones. Okachimachi is another one.
Kachimachi, yeah.
Really, really cool with restaurants underneath and stuff. And plenty of areas around Tokyo where you'll see so many train tracks going above you. But like I said, Ueno's just unique. I just have a soft spot for Ueno. That's basically it.
I have a soft spot for windows. And I'm walking.
Don't go, don't go. It's been a very short vlog. It doesn't matter. Just wanted to hang out with Drew. I've been hanging out with him pretty much the whole morning. But gotta say goodbye. I'm on my way. He's on his way. And until we meet again, dude, please make sure.
4 months?
Well, actually, I'll be back on the 9th of July. So how many months is that? 3 months? April, May, June, July, 3 months? 2.5 months? Check out his channel, Tokyo Drew, and subscribe, like, comment, etc. Leave a comment below. Let us know what you think of this place, and if there's anything that came out, that you saw that was interesting, let us know in the comment section. Till next time, stay positive and be a
Ninja Saru!
happy gaijin.
I wasn't sure which one it was going on.
So yeah, that was thanks guys for the donations. Like I put on the screen here, if you want to support Drew's family directly, that's the best way to do so, So yeah, thank you, Mina. So that was a little vlog that never ended up, well, now it's online, I guess, but it was yeah, that was a little vlog from last year. And I spent the whole morning with him, really. Basically spent the whole morning just chatting, like what friends do, right? It wasn't just all internet stuff, it wasn't just all about YouTube. And the one thing that I wanted to mention, actually, which is actually a very important point, is how much he cared for his YouTube community. He would mention people by name, and whenever we walked along the street and he saw something, he would say, "Oh, this, that, such and such would love that. I'm gonna come." Or he would actually take a picture and send it to somebody from the community, or he'd say like, "Oh, such and such has had a baby, and I'm gonna get this for them," or yeah, he was like constantly talking about his mods, about his Vegas trips, his memories, his people that he'd met whilst he was like, when people visited Tokyo. He would meet up with people, and he was always very much like loving people, like that. Oh, thank you so much for donating, Jim. Thank you so much. Just donated Drew as well. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. So I spoke to his wife via Instagram and via Line. Now this is a little bit sad, but Drew wanted me, and actually Oriental Pearl Alyssa, to go to his house, and he wanted us to meet his wife, and he wanted to cook for us in his house. But it was just like one of those things that it was like the stars had to align, because basically I had to be in Japan, he had to not be in hospital. And it was just one of those things that the stars never aligned and it never happened. But he really wanted me to meet his wife, and he wanted me to go to his home, and he wanted to cook for me and for Alyssa. And it just unfortunately never happened. Time was robbed, I think, stolen from him. But yeah, it just never happened. And we really wanted to cook, but I would come to Japan and he would be in hospital undergoing chemotherapy, and then things, got in the way and it just never happened really. So yeah, but like I said, he did care a lot about his community, and he cared a lot about the people that he met, and the one thing that I'm gonna say is that his positivity, um, whilst he was having cancer, for his diagnosis and his fight, is something that you guys, who, if you are part of the Tokyo Drew community, you should be proud of the community that you built, and he should be very proud of himself, because he always, always was super positive. Always, he knew that he wasn't gonna beat this. He knew this. He was a realist, but he was always hopeful. Always. Um, I'm gonna try this treatment. I'm doing this chemo. This chemo is different. Um, you know, to the very, very, very end, he was always the most hopeful person that I've ever met, and I actually think that his outlook also changed. He was, yeah, he just was such a positive person through that year and a bit. So yeah, Mina, I was saying that one of the things that I want to do is I wanna, and I spoke to Oriental Pearl about this already. Is I like to go to a hub, prefer preferably probably his hub, which was in Tokyo Dome. Um, and I want to, when I go back to Tokyo this summer, I want to have a beer, and remember Drew. And Alyssa said that she'd do that with me. And I mentioned to Harumi, to Drew's wife, that I was planning on doing that, and if she would want to join us, and hopefully she will, because it would be lovely if she did. It would be very sad to meet her without him, but it would be very lovely to meet her and to celebrate his life, ultimately to celebrate the kind of person that he was. And here we are. He's left such a lasting impression on people that I'm not the only one that's done this. By the way, there are other people. I mean, I know that Norm, Tokyo Lens, he did a whole stream talking about his interactions with Drew. I know that Sam also did a stream the day after he passed away. I've personally needed the week to sort of like get my thoughts right. Personally, it's been a interesting week, like I said, because I associate Drew with YouTube, and I've found doing YouTube very difficult. He would sing happy birthday on his live streams if he knew it was your birthday. Oh, thank you so much, Daniel. We live on borrowed time. Thanks for doing this for him. There is many that will be grateful and also needed the stream. Thank you so much. Drew was a master of info-packed street streaming. Yeah, as you saw with the little vlog that I showed. He was like, before that used to be a kebab shop, and before that it used to be a bug shop, and now it's a candy store. He he had lived in Tokyo and walked those streets so many times that he knew all these little things. He sang happy birthday to you. He appreciated every hour of every day. He kept his humor and spirits up. Hey, thank you so much, Japan Ichiban. Nail the. Thank you so much. You can send it to me later. I'll check it out. He was young, yeah. You see Tokyo Dome. That's what I thought. It was his hub. It was his hub. There was a bakery he used to eat at. Please go there too. Oh, I have a list of places. This is a thing. And I started the stream talking about our first meetup, and I've showed like his funny side, and I showed a little bit of a vlog that I did. But I will end the stream talking about my last meetup with him, because that one was an important meetup for me. And I'm waiting for last because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to actually fully, if I'm gonna pull through. Sorry, I'm like, I'm crying through my nose. Planning to do the same when I go to Tokyo. Awesome, yeah. I love that I became the vending machine guy on the stream. Every time he went to get coffee, I would type vending machine in the chat, and it'd either yell it or sing it to me. Spider, that's so cool. I'm going to Tokyo in October, and I'm going to think that candy shop, and I hope I still is a candy shop. Yeah. Visit candy shop spell hack. So yeah, so okay, my last meetup with Drew. Whew. It was it's really difficult because it's actually his last stream. And I think I've watched that stream about 10 times this week, or parts of that stream 10 times this week at least. And it's an honor, a real honor, that I was the last guest that he had on stream. But also, it just feels wrong that I was the last guest on his stream. And we met up because I was putting together a video about smoking in Japan, and I really wanted to feature him in that video. I really wanted to feature him because it's about smoking culture, and Andrew ultimately passed away from lung cancer, and he was going through lung cancer. And I wanted to have a message in that video, for people to quit smoking and and I thought Drew would be the perfect person for that. So he gave a little tour of a vending machine, tobacco vending machine, and we spoke a little bit about his cancer, and I shared the GoFundMe um, with him, with you guys, with the in the video. I didn't want to put that video in here just because it was just too hard for me to even watch that, to be honest. But if you want to watch it, there's a smoking in Japan, whatever video that I did, and it's about 3/4 of the way. You don't have to watch it all. You can just skip ahead to that part. And we filmed that about 5 times because he wanted to get it right for me. And every time I filmed it, I said to him, "It's okay." But he kept on wanting to do it better. And I kept on saying, "It's okay, dude." And he would cough halfway through, and he would want to do the take again, and yeah, he just really wanted to make sure that message was right, and good. And and yeah, so so yeah, his last stream, we met up. He did a stream, and I met up with him halfway through the stream. And I didn't want to impose in his stream, and I was also filming something. So the plan was he was gonna stream. I was gonna say hello, and then after the stream, we were gonna hang out. And it was the last time that I hung out with Drew. And it was really weird. And when I left Drew, I felt like maybe it was the last time that I was gonna see him. Actually, he was already in a little bit of pain at that time, when he was met up with me, and he said, I'm not gonna say the personal things that he said, but he said some really deep things to me, and he was so open. I've never seen a Drew being so open towards me, and he said some of the most lovely things about me, you know, and he thanked me for being his friend. And he thanked me for hanging out with him. And yeah, and I just wanted to show you this clip because it's very meaningful clip for me, and you'll see why. You'll see why now. Let me just get this right.
Monkey Man.
Monkey man.
That's my nickname for you.
You can call me whatever you want.
So this was basically when I met him. In the middle of the stream. Okay, I hadn't seen him for maybe 2 or 3 months by this time. This was in February, by the way. This was in February. So I saw him I think I saw him either in December or in November.
No, you gotta.
Check this
Two
out,
men
guys.
hugging on a live stream. Oh, how are you, buddy?
For you. I was saying all these short things I look exactly the same.
So yeah, that was my last hug. Well, I think maybe my only hug. To be honest. He wasn't the kind of person that would like hug. But that last stream, he gave me a hug. And so yeah. And so yeah, we sat down and we had a coffee, and he filmed me for part of a video, and he even got some B-roll for me as he was filming, and we had a just a really good chat about life and making the most of life, and about, again, his love for YouTube and his community. And something that I haven't said is that when I met Drew all those years back, he wasn't streaming. He just sort of started to stream, and I wasn't even thinking about streaming back then. But he had started streaming, and one day actually in that same James, and I tried to find the stream, but I couldn't find it. Maybe it's too old or something. But he just picked up the phone and said, "Look, let's stream now." And he started streaming, started talking, and he was telling me, like how what the whole streaming was gonna be, and how it was a up and coming thing. Streaming was new in YouTube. This is it. It was a new feature in YouTube. um, and basically he was one of the first people to stream in the streets of Tokyo or stream in Japan. To be honest, even later, like when All in Japan Go, whatever, and other streamers, even myself, came onto the scene. Drew had been doing it before most people. To be honest, he was onto something. He was totally onto something. You know. Let me just read some of your comments. I had an uncle that went through the same as Drew, and I find comfort in that they aren't truly gone. They are just on the next journey. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna show the link you sent me from his stream still rings true, and I'm gonna show that clip in a minute now. Actually, also, he couldn't have asked for a better guy to be his wingman. Don't say that, dudes. Don't say that, man. I thought I was all cried out, no more tears after the past few years, but no, I'm sure I'm crying. I'm so sorry, Laurie. Remember the good time that you spent with him. And Daniel, this is the thing that when I was in Asakusa with him that last stream, he took me to a bar and he said, I wanted to show you this bar, and it was closed. And he said, we'll have to come back. We'll have to come back to this bar. It was a ninja bar or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I know where it is. And he said, I'll have to bring you back. And then he pointed out his favorite meatball place. Also, he pointed out a few of his favorites that I remember now off the top of my head that I'm gonna have to go back and do, basically. So remember Drew's heartfelt warning to not smoke, thinking of others in a struggle. Yeah. Hey Knight, how you doing? Vending machine, yay. Yeah, that was a precious hug. I'm gonna put it again.
No, you gotta. Two men hugging on a live stream. Oh, how are you, buddy?
For you. I was saying all these short-term guys look exactly the same around here.
Pretty much. Now we
So
got.
it's impossible to find you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been hiding under a rock, this is Monkey Man.
Monkey man.
That's my nickname for you.
You can call me whatever you want.
Monkey man. Drew was genuine. Not many people are genuine, but Drew and you are. Oh, thank you so much, dude. I remember when he started streaming, a little rough at first, but he was a natural nonetheless. You were there at the very beginning, yeah. So then, have I missed anything? I don't think I missed anything, but the last thing is a message. A very, very important message from Drew on his last live stream. And this is the kind of message that he would, the kind of person he would be. He lived this message, I would say. Let me put it on. Let me just make sure.
I only have a short amount of time, maybe a year or two, who knows, maybe a day. Live life every day to the fullest, and you'll have no regrets.
Check out that wink at the end, huh? That thing that Drew would do. Let me play that one more time.
I only have a short amount of time, maybe a year or two, who knows, maybe a day. Live life every day to the fullest, and you'll have no regrets.
Live life to the fullest, and you'll have no regrets, guys. So yeah, it's if you have anything, I'm gonna read the chats a little bit, the chat a little bit better now. I'm so sorry I've neglected the chat. Um, this is a little bit of a tribute to Drew, but ultimately, to be honest, it's not enough. Um, the only thing that I can do moving forward is just keep him in my memory whenever I whenever I'm in Tokyo, and I say it I say it very, it's very true what I say, like Tokyo will never be the same for me. And every hub that I walk past will be a memory of, I remember Drew. Um, so yeah, it's just been one of these friendships that I've known him for pretty much most of my YouTube sort of like life, you know, and and yeah, and now he's not gonna be there. So we need to live our best lives, guys. And I'd like to know if anybody has any stories about Drew, or anything that you want me to read or say or whatever. You know, now this is a way. This is the time to do it, because I'm gonna read the actual messages in the chat. But yeah, Drew, thank you for all those meetups, all those streams, and for believing in me and for rooting me on. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Gazumi. Drew like to tell us to get off our butts and visit Japan. So I am this fall. First time. Yay, Lori. Hey, Froggy. Rest in peace, Drew. I didn't watch so many streams with him, but then I did. I always felt very welcome. Best lives. Yeah, sorry, it says number 1. Ichiban. Number 1. Pretty early. I didn't know how the chat worked. Said hi to Nightbot. Drew teased you. Oh, I can so imagine that. But they moved on. I caught on very quickly after that. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, one of the things that always fascinated me, and now I get it, because now that I do my live streams, and I know you guys, I know where you're all from, and I know, like, but at the beginning, he had this community, and he knew everything about his community, where people were from, what family, if they had kids, if whatever, he knew everything about them, like. My next trip is in, I think, 6 weeks time, 7 weeks time. I'll fly into London on the 10th of July. I'm gonna spend one day in London, and then the following day on the 11th I fly to Tokyo, and I'll be in Tokyo for 6 weeks. Well, I'll be in Japan for 6 weeks, and I'll be in and out of Tokyo. His community were awesome. I mean, very few people, you could say, very few creators at his size could say that they could gather people to fly into one location to meet up. He used to do that. He used to go to Las Vegas, and loads of his community people would fly into Las Vegas to hang out with him, and do his Las Vegas things. Yeah. Can't wait to see my lives. Thank you so much. I can't wait to be in Japan also. He was the greatest man I never got to meet. He made me feel He made me a better person through his live streams. It made me love Japan even more. He did. He loved Japan. That's the other thing. He loved Japan. I think that's ultimately why we bonded so much, because we both loved Japan. So I think what I said earlier was true. The way Drew was behind the camera was something to aspire to. I agree. His mannerisms, how connected he was to his community, he was incredibly good at it. I agree. And this is one of the things that I used to say to him. I said, I wish I could be, a better streamer like you, like Drew, because Drew was a really good streamer. Yeah. Family, yeah. Well, guys, I'll leave you with that very important message, and I'm gonna sign off. Soon. You both love your own communities of followers. We feel like family. Yeah, I agree. I agree. First discovered Drew when he bumped into John Dobb. Straight away, I gelled to Drew for his honest, down to earth vibe, no hidden secrets. Unlike Dobb, I don't know about that, but yeah, Drew was very much say it as it is. That is for sure. That is for sure. I'm sorry for the loss. I know this is a very difficult time for the family. Or two, actually, this is why I have a QR code here so that you can support Drew's family directly. And even though the donations have been going in for his fight against, lung cancer, which unfortunately he lost, I know that his wife had to quit work, and I know that there's been a huge financial burden put on his family and his wife. So all donations that go via the QR code will very much be appreciated, and I will be also donating to that cause with the super chats and stuff that you guys have been sending. So thank you so much. Thanks, Nathan, for the Drew tribute stream. Great to share it together as the Monkey Crew. Thank you so much. Thank you. Anyway, on that note, everyone, thanks for watching. I know it's been a difficult one, but an important one, and I'm glad I did it. I actually feel better because I had been putting this off, So yeah, and I'm gonna finish everyone with that very important message.
I only have a short amount of time, maybe a year or two, who knows, maybe a day. Live life every day to the fullest, and you'll have no regrets.
On that note, everyone, like Drew would always say, keep it real. Till next time.